back, people. Little beach fishing event today. So currently heading east towards Shoreham. Gonna fish for flounders, and I really love fishing for flounders. As usual, it's silly o'clock in the morning, but the roads are clear and we're super excited to bag a flounder. It's been ages since I've caught a flounder off the shore, so can't wait, absolutely can't wait. Been to Mackie D's on the way through, so all fed and watered, so I'm ready for some action. So fishing the river Adur, and yeah, can't wait, absolutely can't wait. See you in a bit. Well, welcome back. Out on venue, I'm here. It's just got light, and I'm in a competition today as well. So it's my local fishing club. It's a competition, flounder comp, beginning of January. It's quite a blustery day actually, so I think bite detection is going to be quite awkward today. Hopefully you won't hear too much wind noise. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. So yeah, don't start till 8 o'clock. It's just before 8, so the rod's all set up, ready to go. So as soon as 8 o'clock, bang in, I'll go straight in. So baits, ragworm, black lug, frozen that is, and some peeler. So a variety of baits, and hopefully it'll happen. See what happens. Looking forward to it though. Really love my flounder fishing, really do. Brings you back to good old childhood memories, doesn't it, flounder fishing? It really does. It's just a shame that they're not around like they used to be down in our neck of the woods. So I've had to travel a few miles today to get to a venue that possibly holds a few. And I'll give you a pan round now to show you where we are. So there we go. So it is the river Adur, Shoreham that way. God knows what that way, sort of Horsham, Gatwick way that way. And yeah, muddy conditions. I mean, it's almost like fishing in a pond here, isn't it? Look at it. I reckon whole way across, probably a couple 100 foot across, maybe a bit more, maybe 300 foot, who knows. But anyway, we're here, ready for action. Rods are there, and yeah, just thought I'd show you the rigs. So it's just a 2 hook clip down, Trident rigs components mainly, and the other one is just a simple setup really, just a running ledger sort of setup. And yeah, so anyway, see you in a bit. Hopefully some action will occur. Tight lines! And it's 8 o'clock, so we're off. Time to do a bit of fishing. It's rather slippery around here. It's been raining for days now, so got to be a little bit careful here. Hello, my clip down's come undone. Let's just sort that out. Not that you're probably going to need it here. It's only a gentle lob, and it'll be in there. So yeah, let's go. As I say, it's just a gentle lob, nothing too heavy. So that's the ragworm and peeler crab out. I'll keep the rods rather low, so I'm trying to keep out this wind. And also, I don't know if you can see this, I've got a multiplier on. I thought I'd just put a multiplier on for change, because I've got the 8000 blasters, and they're so heavy. They're good for Chesil and things like that, and salesy, but this sort of almost puddle fishing, they're just so bulky and heavy. They're just such an overkill. But anyway, that's all I've got, so that's what's going in. That was a gentle lob, and then he cast to the other side. Bloody mad it is, absolutely mad here. Anyway, we're in. Let's see if we can produce a nice flounder. Well, I've had one sort of sank a little bit knocky on this one here, but it's hard to determine, to be honest with you. There's a little bit of wind around, and I believe there's a little bit of sort of the odd weed, and it is quite. And I'm snagged up, I think. Oh no, I'm away. It's a bit of weed, but my bait is stripped. So there's something at Lions. There's a bit of life around there. So maybe the crabs out of play at the moment. So yeah, hopefully we'll get one of those elusive flounders. Anyway, let's all get baited back up and see what's occurring. But there's life. There might not be fish yet, but there's life out there. So if there's crabs, hopefully the fish are around chasing the crabs. Anyway, black lug on at the moment. And I'm going to tip off with a little bit of ragworm as well, I think, on this. Right, let's get it back out there. It is a bit weird because you're just literally just gently flicking it. Where I'm fishing a day, really, you could do with like an up tide or something like that, even a boat rod really, a little spinning rod maybe. You really don't have to flick it that far at the moment, that's for sure. But it's proper chocolatey, that water. Let's get rid of the muck around the leader. Okay, so that bait's come back untouched. Got a lovely worm here. Absolutely perfect worm for just flounder fishing. Nice and medium sized worm, nothing too small, nothing too big. Absolutely lovely worm. And we're all set again. See what happens. Well, if you can remember from last time, I've been here just over an hour now. Look how high that tide's come up within just over an hour. It really does flood in here quite quick. There we are. So I'm yet to find out if this venue fishes on the top of the tide, on the way up, the way down. I really don't know. So see what happens in on this one. We'll have to see. Well, I'm going to have a change of rig. I think where it's so short of a distance and with the two hook clip down, I just don't think that the top hook is probably even anywhere close to the bottom sort of thing. So I've decided to go for a wishbone with a couple of vajazzles on it, and greens and blacks and all sorts of colours, and a small spoon as well. It is pretty chocolatey, so who knows if they can see it. Small snood. It's literally 12 inches long, something like that, but maybe a bit longer, and just gone for a run in the ledger. So at least it's now to the ground. I've kept it short because of that reason. I really want it now to the ground. And I'll just quickly show you where the water line's coming up to. Look, the water's up to my beach shelter. I'm gonna have to move. I've moved once already. I'm gonna have to move again. So yeah, it really does come up quite high up the bank, a lot further than I thought it was going to. So yeah, if I don't move shortly, I'm going to be swimming. Anyway, let's get this rig out and get fishing again. Well, this is my third move with all my kit. It's certainly fishing on the edge here, that's for sure. Hopefully the tide's not going to come up too much further. It will be my fourth move. There's not a lot of room to move to, except for on that bank there. But yeah, no bites as yet. But I spoke to a friend who's a bit nearer the bridge in the distance. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just zoom in, you may be able to see the bridge. In the very distance there, the bridge. He's sort of the other side of that, and he's had a few shoal bass and one flounder sort of thing. I'm just hoping I've not made the dreaded mistake of coming up too far up the river, and now I'm into too much fresh water and seawater, and the fish ain't coming up here. We've had a lot of rainfall, so who knows, but still hopeful, and there's still plenty of time, so let's see what happens. I do believe I've got my first inquiry. So that's hopeful. Yeah, there's definitely a bite there. It's pretty much dead slack tide now as well, so maybe it might start biting. Hope I ain't missed it. It ain't looking promising, that's for sure. No, looks like I missed it. So it's a real shame. Oh no. No, I've got it. I have got it. It's a shoalie. No, my life. It's a whiting. It is a whiting up here. I can't believe it. Look at that. A whiting. Oh, I never would have said you'd get a whiting up here. Just shows you, doesn't it, what you might get up a river, a whiting. Anyway, let's get back in there, see what happens. I can't believe it, a whiting. How crazy is that? He's in the water, he's just getting himself together. I'm hoping he's going to go off. I hope there's not too much fresh water near inshore where I've just pushed him. Anyway, let's get baited back up. Is he going to go? Yeah, he's going. He's getting himself together. Well, I've got another bite. They're not thick and fast here, but I've got another bite. And now do I leave it and sit on my hands almost and see if there is a flounder and it's going to suck it down, or do I go for attempting strike when it bites? Who knows? It seems really finicky fishing at the moment, so I think I'm just going to sit and wait on this and just hope for the best. But since it's got to sort of high tide, I've had the bites I've had have been around the high tide when the flow is stopped as such. So hopefully, fingers crossed, going to get a flounder. Just spoke to Wayne, he's a bit further down. He's now packed up now, he's gone home. He's had one flounder and he was getting a load of shoalies, but he said it hit high tide and it pretty much stopped bar crabs. So So like most venues, you do get quite a lot of dog walkers on this venue sort of thing, so just be mindful of your bait and your kit. Right, I'm going to slowly pull into this and see what's going on. Just ease into it. Just want to see if there's any weight to it and if there's any pullback. The wind's dropped right off as well now. It's really nice fishing now. Little bit of light sort of spit in the air, but it's nice fishing. It's all right. I'm kitted up. It's really hard to tell, you know. It's really hard to tell. Just going to leave it for a little bit more, see what comes. Another bite, folks, another bite. I'm not going to leave it this time. I left it last time and I missed it, so I'm not going to leave it this time. I've picked it up and it ain't biting now. Isn't it real? I hope I ain't missed it. I hope I ain't missed it. Let's just pull into it a bit. No, I don't think this is it. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there is a fish. It's a little bass by the look of it. There we go. Oh, nice bass. Nice. Oh, keeps jumping out. Let's grab him a bit better. There we are. Nice little bass. Not a bad fight either. Let's get it back in anyway. Unhooked and back in. either way. Well, the tide's on its way out and time is running out. Will I bag this flounder before I go home today? Who knows? It's not looking promising at the moment. One bass, one whiting, which I didn't think I'd catch in a million years of whiting up here. But anyway, yeah, one whiting and a couple of bites here and there, which I suspect was bass. The crabs are in action and they're on form. They're nibbling through the bait, so quite regular bait changes at the moment. But I'm not giving up complete hope. I've got a little bit of worm left. I'm just going to keep going to the bitter end, really. See what happens. See what happens. Well, folks, I really thought that was it. Death of the day. It ain't going to happen. The flounder ain't going to arrive. But right at the death, a nice little flounder, look. Beautiful little thing. Just a bit big in your hand. There we go. But it's a flounder. Happy days. What I come for, I've achieved it. Not the biggest, but it's achieved. Back of the net. Absolute back of the net. The absolute heavens have opened up. It is torrential out there. I'm just about holding the bivvy down as well, because I didn't anchor it down with any stones because we're on grass, and the pegs I put down, they didn't last long, so I'm holding the bivvy down. It's torrential rain, but we're fishing. We're still fishing. We had that one flounder and I thought, right, I'm staying. I'm not packing up. I'm going to stay and do that little last bit. Something tells me now we're still packed up. Anyway, still here, still questing for another flounder now. Anyway, hard at it, beating through the little swirly storm here, see what happens. Well, folks, right at the last death, another flounder. Happy days. It's about 3/4 pound. I'm not going to get my kit out to weigh it, but that's what I'm going to give it what it is. Anyway, glad I've stayed at the bitter end. They come on the lowest part of the tides. Yeah, so let me just quickly show you while I put this one back. Hopefully we can get a picture of it, what you can see. So yeah, pretty much right at the bottom of the low tide now. The sun's come out finally, the wind's dropped off. So yeah, there we go, a couple of flounders. Happy days. Let's just get this flounder down. It's pretty treacherous here. I'm going to end up on my arse, I know I am. It is a nightmare, so slippery. Here we go. Hey! Anyway, look how chocolatey that water is. Let's put it back. See him go in, look. Get his breath, there he goes. He's gone. Look how chocolatey that water is. Anyway, brilliant session in the end. You know, those two flounders make all the difference. Absolutely all the difference. Tight lines, everyone. Join me again for my next flounder session. I'm going to go somewhere different, and it's going to be a complete place that, again, I've never been to. I don't know anyone that's been there, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Tight lines, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, all importantly, to subscribe. I'm trying to get the numbers up. They're going up quite nicely. Very happy with the numbers, but all the extra numbers all help. Anyway, catch you later.